class, and happy Tuesday. Today at Homeschool with Carly, I have a really special and fun activity that we are going to do. So for this activity, we only need a couple of materials. But first, let me announce what we're going to be doing. We are going to make something called a rainbow circle. So this is very beautiful art, but it is definitely science, and we will talk about it shortly. So let's begin and list our materials. So first things that you're going to need are 6 glasses filled with water about halfway. Okay? Next, you will need a spoon. You will need 3 colors of food coloring. And finally, you will need about 5 strips of paper towel. Okay? So I cut them pretty thin. It doesn't matter how thick. I used one of the Selecta-size sheets, and I chopped them up to be tiny little strips. Okay? So 5 of these. And that's it. So let's begin. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take these 6 glasses and arrange them in a circle. So I will show you when I've made my circle. Alright. So I've arranged my glasses to be in a circle. Okay? And next, we are going to add the food coloring, because that is the fun part. Alright? So, we only need 3 colors of food coloring. So, the reason being is because we are only going to put the food coloring in 3 parts of our circle. Alright? So, we are going to put food coloring in 1. So, every other you should put food coloring, okay? So I put food coloring in this one, so I'm not going to put food coloring in this one. I'm going to put food coloring in this one. So I'm not going to put food coloring in this one, but I'm going to put food coloring in this one. So I'll show you a better idea of what I did. So I did every other, okay? So you can see that I put food coloring in the yellow one, but there's no food coloring in this one. Food coloring in this one, no food coloring in this one, food coloring in this one. So it's every other, okay? Next, we're gonna need that spoon, okay? So we're gonna take this spoon and we're going to stir up our food coloring, okay? Because we want it to be nice and mixed. I did about 2 to 3 drops in each of the containers, okay? It doesn't have to be too much, but you do want it to be pretty heavy in color. So I might add a little bit more to the red and a little bit more to the yellow. So I don't want it to be completely translucent, but I don't want it to be too saturated in color. So I will show you what I'm doing, and you can see, because we are going to be using this to dye something, okay? And we're going to be watching it over time. So I want it to be heavy in color, but not too heavy. So let's see what I did. Okay? So you can see that blue is pretty dark in color, and the red is pretty dark in color as well. Okay, so we are going to stick with those colors and we're going to see what happens, because science is all about trial and error. Okay, so next you're going to want those pieces of paper, the paper towel strips that I had you cut up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a strip and we're going to fold it in half. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect. We're folding it in half so that it fits inside these jars. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that every single end goes inside a glass, okay? So I am going to take this, bend it, and stick one inside the clear glass and one inside a color glass, okay? And I'm going to let it sit there. Then I'm going to do that all the way around the circle. So I'm going to put one inside the color and one inside the clear, okay? And the water naturally pulls the paper towel down, so it will be really pretty and it will sit in place, okay? So fold it in half and keep going all the way around the circle. We actually needed 6 paper towels, okay? So I went and I grabbed one more strip and I'm going to place it into the glass jar and I'm going to show you what I did. And you can tell me if yours looks similar. So, as you can see, I have a circle, right? And I have one paper towel going into the clear and then in the color. And then back into the color and into the clear. And basically each jar just has a hump of paper towel over it, okay? So we are going to wait because science takes time. So I'm going to let this saturate into the paper towels and we're going to see what happens, okay? So I'm going to give you one last glimpse with the camera so you can look at what we have now and then we can compare it when we come back, okay? So let's take one last look and then I will take a video one last time of what this looks like in a little bit. All right, Brooklyn class, we are finished with our rainbow circle. Let's take a closer look. We have red, pink, orange, yellow, green, and purple. But when we started out, all we had was red, yellow, and blue. And then remember, we had clear glasses in between. So how did this happen? How did we get extra colors? Our extra colors are green, purple, and pink, and orange. Well, what happened is the colors merged. So when you have a blue glass and a red glass, you obviously have the color blue and red, but in between we had a glass of clear water. So when the blue was dipping into the clear water, the blue started to move down the paper towel into the clear water. And the red did the same. So when those colors merged into the clear water, you got purple. And as you can see, the water even changed. So we have our red right here. We got purple. We have the blue. We even got green. And then over here is the yellow. So what ended up happening is we built a rainbow. And that is because we merged colors. So right here you can see that the blue has a paper towel that's dipping from the blue into the clear. And you have the red, which is dipping from the red glass through the paper towel into the clear, making this water purple. And that is why we got a purple paper towel right there. So this is a great example of the color wheel and how different colors can come together to make new colors. And you can do this yourselves. It takes a little bit of time, but it's so worth it. I hope you enjoyed this project and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!